Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on Bravium. Please disregard the background noise. I'm driving. But it's a MMO game. It says it's a defense game, but I don't really see it as being that. It's just a 2D game with pretty good art, and it's very entertaining in my opinion. It gets very challenging, but I'm going to give you some tips to help you through those challenges and enjoy the game for what it's worth. You can choose from the Wizard or Barbarian. From the beginning to mid-game, the Barbarian is the best one, in my opinion. The only difference between the two are the skills, and I noticed the Mage has a little bit better mobility. And the only reason I know this is because there's a snow demon that'll drop a snowball from the top, and the Mage is the only one fast enough to dodge it. The Barbarians got some pretty good skills here. You start off with the headbutt, and that's pretty much all I use, with the lightning strike and the storm. Once you get to mid game, start using the berserker. It just gives them better attack speed and health regen, and it works well with the wand because you start shooting a bunch of projectiles fast. The Mage by far works best in late game because this lightning ball, once you unlock it, it's so powerful. You can damage multiple enemies at once, and it recharges really fast. And her ultimate, the Rain of Frogs, just works really well. It does a lot of damage, and it lasts a long time. Talk about the weapons first. You have a variety of weapons you can use, but obviously at the beginning all you got is both these swords. Out of all the two-handed swords, I believe the Bone Claymore is the best because it has splash damage. So you damage all the enemies that are right in front of you. The Katana is the second best in my opinion because it gives you plus 40 defense. Might even be plus 20 or 30 at the beginning before you upgrade it. But it has a higher attack speed, and he does combos with it. He'll do 2 slashes and even kick with it sometimes. You can do up to a 3-hit combo with it. I don't really use these much because they're only damage a single target. Oh my god. But you do get added defense from the shield. Out of all these, I would say the Bone Sword's the best, but you don't unlock it till about mid-game. The wand's the best weapon in the game. But out of all the wands, I would go with the Skull Wand because it has penetration chance, or a pierce chance. So if you're lucky enough, it'll go through all the targets, but it's rare. But it will sometimes go through multiple targets and damage all of them. I upgraded it now so it has 70% chance, and it does pretty good damage. Second best wand is the red one. It does burn damage, and the reason that it's better than all the rest too is because it has higher attack speed, but it doesn't say that in the description. You just notice it when you're playing. Out of all the shields, I start off with this one at the beginning because it gives you mana regen. But as you're going up in levels, once you get past level 10 or 12 during your match, buy this one, the energy shield, because it gives you plus 25% spell damage, and that helps you clear the levels. Beginning to mid game, the crossbow was always my go-to. It works really well. You just really can't let the enemies gang up on you too much, because you don't have any added defense. So as soon as you can afford it, buy this one and upgrade the steel crossbow, because it'll always damage 2 enemies. It'll pierce one and end at whatever enemy's next, and it's decent damage. I like this crossbow too because it shoots 3 at once, and they sometimes pierce, but you'll one-shot a lot of enemies. You just have to be up close when you fire. Hands down, the harpoon is the best crossbow. You just can't compete against that damage, and they do sometimes pierce. If you want to try axes, my favorite is the butcher axe. It is always a critical hit. Use that combined with this one, and it restores health on critical hit. It works really good, but you can only damage 1 target at a time. And something else with this, if you're using the butcher axe, all your spells will do critical hits too. I really like the way these weapons look, these two-handed axes. They're all useless because the attack speed is really slow. It's very sluggish. They're heavy, and their damage is mediocre. And you can only damage 1 target at a time. These hammers, again, not that great. I noticed that this crystal hammer works really well, because it'll damage all the targets that are directly in front of you. It does splash damage, I guess, but it doesn't say it. It just uses mana. So if you're using that, you have to use this shield, and whenever you back up, it'll regenerate your mana. And I don't know what the last weapon is here. That's it for weapons. We'll go into trinkets here. These trinkets, you only get 3 of them. And then you just click on whichever one you want to add, you equip it, and then you could equip, at the beginning only 1, mid-game you can do 2, third quarter, and so on. But they're self-explanatory. You just read the description on the left side, and it tells you what they do. It depends on which ones you're going to want to use on the objectives that you have to complete. So there's a large variety of potions you can use. You can even eat mushrooms, do some scrolls. You just have to read each one, and it tells you what they do. But just to save you guys some time, you can disassemble them to get these little different colored cabbages, and then craft whatever you want. Whenever I'm struggling, my go-to method is I'll equip any one of these purple potions because they give you both health and mana. So if I struggle in health or mana, I just use that. And then I'll use the Totem of Fire. You go up as far as you can on the map, plant the totem, and it just showers fireballs all over that area. And it kills all the enemies for you. It lasts about a minute to a minute and a half. I'm not exactly sure. Another good one is a Totem of Storms. It'll cast lightning bolts over that area. This is another good one, Thunderbox. It acts the same way as the Barbarian's ultimate. It just showers lightning everywhere. These talents here, you get stars for completing missions and achievements, and you use them to upgrade these passive talents that affect your character's gameplay in the game. So if I were starting over, what I would do, it's up to you though, is I would weigh heavy on defensive talents such as health regen, maximum health, armor, evasion, and defense towards flying units and small units and arrows, because those are the most overwhelming. But at the same time, focusing intelligence right here. This is your skill damage. I would try and max that one out before all your attack-based abilities, because your skills do a lot of damage. And then max out your strength, that does your weapon damage. You don't really have to max out your wisdom or mana regen. I just do it as needed. But at the beginning of the maps, you're gonna use a lot of mana fast. You'll see, but just upgrade it as you need to. So soon as you unlock critical chance and critical damage, max them out. It makes a big difference in your clear time. And then the rest you can just upgrade as you feel necessary. These talent stars are far and few between. You don't get them very often, because it gets challenging real fast. And the method I use to getting stars is every 8 hours they give you this box, the star chest, and it'll give you a free talent. So every day, just open 2 to 3 max to use towards your talent upgrades. Another way to get talents is, see that trophy at the bottom left? Tap on that and do some of these achievements here, and they will give you stars as well for this. Click on the sword and some of your spell achievements. That'll help you along the way. What else can I talk about? Talked about skills. I think I covered everything, guys. Let me know in the comments some of your strategies or things you do. But thanks for watching. Good luck. See ya.